All right. Pencils down. That's
down.
it. Pencils
Put them
down.
out. That's it. Good job. Good one. That's good one.
We're out of here.
Good ramble. Good ramble.
Remember, in this bonus
round 'em
time,
up.
we'd like to remind you to
Round 'em up.
subscribe to the Ramble, give it a 5-star rating and a positive.
Smash
so
that
you can-
subscribe button.
so you can continue to get great content like this.
Like you just got.
Like you
just got.
With the pencils down. Pencils down.
Pencils down.
Pencils down.
Should there
And
be a
we
shirt?
are.
Should there be a shirt that says
Pencils down. I don't see why not.
With the pencil
I don't
on
see
it?
why not.
Down?
It would be huge. It would be. Maybe Schmerelson's holding that instead of the money.
I like. Yep. He's getting ready to
Maybe
drop
he's
the
holding the pencil. And
He's got Andrea draped on his shoulders, just like
on her bicep, like
Just hanging off
Macho
the
Man would
bicep.
hold Miss Elizabeth.
he's up on her.
Yeah, it's like how Macho would do Miss Elizabeth. I mean, I think it's
I'm
perfect.
Scott Schmerelson.
Scott Schmerelson.
Scott Schmerelson here.
The man.
Oh.
This is it. This was Ramble 392.
392?
We really appreciate y'all being a
Okay.
part of this.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank
Good
you
times.
for tuning in. Eddie, how'd you think you were on this one? You proud of your performance?
I wouldn't say it's an all-timer, but I think I put out a good effort.
Solid
20,
effort. 20 points.
Solid 2010.
2010 to great
Yeah.
double-double. That's
Yeah.
it. There it is. That's all
Double-double.
we need.
Not
we
an
got the
all-timer,
W.
but
we got the
solid.
W.
Sure did.
We
Sure
didn't
did.
need you to carry the team
No.
in order to win.
And
It
I only
was
played like 26 minutes.
26 minutes. That's it. Look at this. This is by the way, subscribe to the Ramble. 5-star rating, positive text review. That helps. Those
always
things
helps.
matter.
Those things
Hiccup
matter.
4 is it still on top, but goodness gracious, that was April 9th, Eddie.
Okay.
We're May's right around the corner here. So
I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to mention
the D run.
the D word, the D run.
The
I'm not
D
gonna,
word,
I'm
right.
not going to compare it to that yet. We have a ways
Right.
to go, but
it's
a good start.
It's like
Good
when
start.
someone has like a 12-game hitting streak in
Yeah.
baseball. You're like, well, we're not going to say
not saying
DiMaggio
anything.
yet.
But
Ooh,
we're
with
looking.
this,
We're watching.
We're kind of let's see,
We're
let's see
watching.
where they go now.
see where they go.
Let's see
where
what
they go.
hit
Because
next.
these fucking people are going to
These
let it
fucking
happen.
people. Of course they will. And we're probably still a ramble or two away from dropping these fucking people.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
you know,
yet.
it's
Not
not,
yet. Yeah.
we're not there
No,
yet.
We're not giving it
but-
that. No.
No. We're not going to do that yet. But you know what? We're going to be highly unorthodox here. That
Okay.
was it. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. It's song time. Pretend you hear the music.
Like we
And-
had Cody here. Yeah.
Like if we had Cody here. And if you know the words, Eddie,
Sing along.
I don't know if you get, well, when I start singing, you tell me what you're doing if you're not singing along. Okay? You ready?
Sure.
Say you, say me.
Bam.
Say it for always. You see him. That's the way it should be. Say you,
Oh,
say me.
there it is.
There's 3.
There's
Say it
3.
together. Naturally.
Oh,
I had a dream.
wow.
I had an awesome dream.
Oh.
People playing
Oh.
in the park. Oh,
Oh.
playing games
Oh.
in the dark.
Oh, we got a fist. We got a fist.
And what they played was a masquerade. And from behind walls of doubt, a voice was crying out. There it is.
Say
Ramp the say you. Oh, doesn't get any better.
That's a fister.
I mean,
That is
that's a fister. That is just wow.
Wow.
And you're fisting like with in the opening bar.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you saw
Before you get to
the
before you get to the second say you say me,
yeah,
you're
you're already
you're wristwatch deep, my friend.
It's in.
You're
It's
losing the
in.
Timex. You're losing
There
your
it is.
Timex.
You gotta call her back and say, hey, I think I left an expensive Timex up in there. Next time you pee, let me know what plops out. Say you,
Ooh.
say me. And I know that's not where pee comes. I'm just saying.
Right. We know.
Say it for always.
That's the way it should be.
It is the way it should be. And here we are, Ramble 392. When did they bury us, Eddie?
Oh God, 2?
2.
Was it 2? Was it number 2?
And 390 more. And here we are.
Kept it going.
300. Now,
In spite
go
of the
ahead.
hate.
In spite of the hate. In spite of the hate. Here
The
we are.
haters.
The
In spite of
haters.
the haters.
And now you think it's just you and I.
Sure.
Well, we're not going to make him wait 5 minutes. Yeah, he's alt-right Cody. I mean, he's got a lot going on. The trial didn't go. He has to go find thousands of people to pretend that they're protesting outside that courthouse for Trump.
That's tough because
That's step one.
They have to debate. Do they have to ship them in? If so, logistically, money wise, can
where
they do
are they
that?
Gonna stick them? And then also he had to go film that video with Roseanne mocking E. Jean Carroll. Like, he had a lot of
Roseanne saying she got raped by Biden in that restroom. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's interesting.
All right, Cody's going to be a busy man, so we.
I don't.
Understand.
That seems a little. The whole Roseanne thing seemed a little out of Cody's ballpark. I don't know if that doesn't seem like a
doesn't seem like a CV.
That's not a Viafania.
So okay, then he's got to get pissed that she went rogue
off script.
On him.
She went rogue.
Yeah.
I think she might have gone rogue, and he's got some.
He's got to put that fire out now.
Yeah.
It's just all right, Cody. It's just poor CV
Cody.
what he's got to deal with right now. It's by the way, you could subscribe to the Ramble, 5-star rating, positive text review, email us ramble@theramblepod.
Please.
We're at Twitter at Podcast Ramble 1, Instagram at Podcast Ramble, YouTube the Ramble Teeb. We also have our T Public merch page that one day is going to be so much better.
Right? With pencils down t-shirts.
Pencils down t-shirts with Schmerelson. Andrea and one bicep
doing that,
dropping a pencil.
He's got the Macho Man shades on.
Yeah,
and he's got the pencil down.
Okay, right now, I hate to do this.
Yeah,
who wins? Macho Man shades, Bret the Hitman Hart shades.
Now the thing is, the Bret the Hitman Hart shades were merchandise. They were merch that he gave away to little kids in the front row every time. Because he used to wear the aviators back in his Hart Foundation days. He wore the old the mirrored aviators.
Then he had those purple wraparounds.
Then he had the wraparounds, which he would give out because they were just merch things. Oh, Macho Man never had the merch glasses. He just had his own.
Every time, sometimes it was different.
Yeah.
It was.
I would have to go Macho Man on that.
I think I have to go Macho Man.
I gotta go Macho Man shades.
It's tough.
Because he would literally take normal wraparound sunglasses and put some sort of colorful tape across them where he couldn't see out of them.
Right.
So he's walking out there half blind.
So once he evolved the look, way better.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones that had madness across them were pretty fucking great.
Yeah, and he didn't see out of those. There's no way he could see out of those.
There's no chance.
You might have saw like a little square down here, a little square up here.
He made it to the ring.
And he made it to the ring in those things.
Every time.
And climbed up to the top turnbuckle.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Never a misstep.
Oh. Now, look, we had so much planned for today.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about this.
Okay.
Deadpool Wolverine trailer dropped while we were away.
My God.
Oh, dude.
My Lord.
Cassandra Nova.
Fuck.
I mean, the Pym falls with the fucking Ant-Man helmet. And
I think it's the whole body.
It's the whole body. Because you see the skull as it's opening. And then there's Lady Deathstrike and fucking Azazel are there. They're standing outside of it with like 9 other characters.
I'm trying to I couldn't tell. Was that you couldn't tell if that's the Azazel from the Fox universe, is it?
Think it is.
Is it?
Same haircut, same outfit, the suit.
Because I know we have what's his face, Fire Guy.
Yeah, Pyro.
Pyro's
in it.
He's from
there
the
is the destroyed 20th Century Fox logo that they're fighting in front of.
In the void.
I think that's him. Man, if they're gonna go Old Man Logan, I wonder if they're gonna show Vegas, because Vegas was called Hammer Falls in that future, and Thor's hammer's just sitting there in the ground because he's dead, and that would have been if they have that would be so fucking cool.
I wonder if they're going to give us all the little Easter eggs from Old Man Logan that the film Logan didn't give us.
Yeah, because Logan was a little. It couldn't really go in all those different places.
Right. And I love that. It was a great film. Logan was great.
Oh, but God. It's probably still the best comic book movie ever made.
Yeah. But like as far as getting all those fun Easter eggs from all the different things from Old Man Logan, I wonder if we're going to get that in the void.
If they do the redneck inbred Hulk children as villains, that would be so fucking funny and great. If they have... obviously, one of my favorite moments in Old Man Logan was when they find that sanctuary that Emma Frost is running.
Yeah.
And the Venom gets on a Tyrannosaurus Rex from the Savage Land, and it's chasing, and then Banshee just comes out and obliterates it in 2 seconds. by just screaming. Oh man, like any little thing like that. Here's the problem with that trailer though. I'm already convinced it's going to be the greatest comic book movie ever made. Like
I'm trying to think in ways that can disappoint me. Like
I don't. If it's just 2 hours of Roseanne making the E. Jean Carroll joke at that store, if that's all the movie turns out to be, then yes, it's like, well,
that'll
they
be disappointing. That'll be disappointing.
They had a chance,
but short of that, I don't know how you fuck up this movie.
How do you fuck this up? It was so good. It looks so good, that trailer. I mean, and even the Easter egg making fun of Rob Liefeld to shoot the foot store.
Yes,
just feet or whatever. Liefeld's just feet. I mean, fucking. It was just, oh man, I can't wait. I regrettably though, and this is probably never fair to a movie, but because of that trailer, it's already in there's no way this will be bad.
Yeah,
that's where I've already settled that in my head. There's no chance this movie is going to be a bad movie, and that's not fair.
That's not fair.
Movie.
That's not fair. But anytime you can combine Deadpool and Wolverine into a film,
I mean,
I don't know. We get the TVA's going to be there.
It's a lot.
I'm trying to piece together, and they look like they're jumping through a Doctor Strange portal there at
which
the
I
end.
hope is magic making.
I'm hoping it's magic. That'd be great if that was magic.
In with mutants. I'm hoping. Man, I
almost hope that's the final shot of the movie of them jumping into that portal, and you don't know where the fuck they're going.
Woo! That would be the best. That would be the best.
Like that's literally the final shot of the film.
I think that would top the end of Batman Forever with him and Robin, because that was the only good shot in the whole movie. Right, was him and Robin running. That was like, why didn't they open with this?
That's how you open the movie.
This was fantastic. What a great shot.
But if they're jumping through that portal and that's the finals, and we see them pop up somewhere in Secret Wars or whatever, fuck.
That would be incredible. Oh, fuck, man. That would be... You know what, Eddie? I'm with you. I hope that's a final shot in the movie. That would be so fucking killer. That would be... Oh. Now, what I don't understand... I'm wondering, does he try to recruit a few different Wolverines?
Because you get that one Wolverine in the bar in that opening shot where he can't get the claws out.
Right.
So that seems like that's Logan from the Logan film.
Right, and then you're like, because then the guy at the TVA says this Wolverine let his whole world die or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, has he tried to get multiple ones?
Right.
I wonder if that's going to be like where.
And you have one Logan who's in the full sleeved outfit, and then you have another Logan with no sleeves. Is that two separate Wolverines?
Those two different ones.
Now the one Wolverine, when he does he fully elongates his claws. They come out really slow, so it almost looks like
it's the guy in the bar getting his mojo back.
But they could be fucking with us and just slowed it down for the trailer.
Exactly. We're like, it actually just popped. So I think it's safe to say there's going to be several Wolverines in this.
I would imagine, because I know one of the sticking points with Hugh Jackman was like he didn't want to touch that Logan from the Logan film.
Right.
And neither did Patrick Stewart. They didn't want to touch those two characters. They thought that was a great send-off for them. So in a way to get them to come back, they sort of did these are variants.
Variants of those.
It's not that Logan, it's a different Logan. So it would be something if he's going to a few different places to find different Logans.
And now, one thing that gives,
and that's where we might get a fucking. There's that rumor that one could be Harry Potter.
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
There was what's his name? I can't think.
Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. Apparently, he was seen somewhere around where they were shooting, pretty buffed out. So that and there was always a rumor that he was sort of at one point a few years ago being approached as being a Wolverine.
Woo!
So you may get like a variant of a Daniel Radcliffe as sort of a nod. Wink away, we got what's his face as a Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Where he pops up as one of the variants of Wolverine.
Oh man.
And Henry Cavill has also been rumored to be apparently a Wolverine at some point. But I mean, those are all different things because he agreed to be.
I wanted Henry Cavill to be Wolverine since Witcher. Yeah. I'm like,
he should be Captain Britain. He should be Captain Britain.
He should be Captain Britain. Oh man.
But yeah, if you have Daniel Radcliffe as a Wolverine variant,
and Cavill,
just for a scene.
That would be fucking. Oh man, I'm curious to see how they're gonna, and I wonder if I wonder if we're going to see Wolverine, Hugh Jackman come back and play this character again. I hope, and now this is probably wishful thinking. It's probably too late for this.
Yeah.
But I hope there's some kind of joke about how awful Michael Keaton was in the Flash, how awful bringing Batman was in that Flash movie. I hope they fuck with the Flash movie.
Deadpool should make a comment like, "Hey, I'm not going to do you dirty the way they did Keaton."
Exactly right. Not going to do you like they did Keaton. Let's come back. Right.
Come back. We won't do you like they did Keaton.
It was
because
I got to be honest. That scene at the Oscars when he was doing the promo with Schwarzenegger and DeVito, that was better than anything that's happened in a DC movie in 15 years. That
30 seconds
was the greatest DC anything. I was like, oh shit, let's see this right now.
Where's Dark Knight Returns with Michael Keaton right now?
Like, fuck all this other shit.
Or Batman Beyond.
Yes, that was the best DC anything in so long. Was that on a film for a movie, you would think. Oh. I haven't seen Peacemaker. I heard that's great. But
Peacemaker's
that was
pretty good.
But like that was like, fuck, that was so good. Yeah, so I mean, we're just going crazy.
Dude.
We can't wait. The anticipation.
July 26th is too far away.
July 26th, it's too
far away.
Now, as we can of course spend this entire episode speculating on hypotheses about this. But I do need to tell you this. We have a new entrant that was not expected for today.
Oh. Okay.
So we're going to do a done dirty of the right move.
Oh, all right.
And we still will, but the one planned was Dutch was Dylan. What Dylan did to Dutch and his crew.
Was that done dirty or had to be done?
So, we're going to add one.
Okay.
Aaron Boone. Done dirty or the right move. Did you see this yesterday?
No, I didn't see it. Tell me, explain it to me.
So the New York Yankees are playing the Oakland A's.
Sure.
And we are 2 batters into the game.
Yeah.
And apparently there was some confrontation between Aaron Boone, Yankee manager, and the umpire.
Okay.
And they get into it, and apparently you see the umpire tell Aaron Boone, that's it. One more word out of you, you're gone.
Right.
Okay? So Boone returns to the dugout, and he's just like this. And then a fan right behind him yells something at the fucking umpire, and the umpire tosses Boone. Just tosses him. And Boone runs out, and he's like, I didn't say anything. And the umpire's like, I don't give a shit. Get it, you're gone.
Now, who yelled something? Yankee fan or an A's fan?
Yankee fan. It was in Yankee State. So, done dirty or the right move. Everyone is talking about how there should be a challenge. You should be able to challenge what umpires do, I guess, when it comes to tossing.
Well, no, they just finally sped up baseball. They can't slow it down.
They can't slow it down even more. Right, you just sped it up. Now you're going to slow
again, it's the umpire's discretion whether he's tossing you or not.
You know what I say? I say right move. I got to say it was a right. Look. Boone shouldn't have been two batters in. That means he was running his mouth up at the umpire when there was one fucking batter in the game. So that's not, just shut your fucking mouth.
What are you going to replay and go, wait, did he say fuck or cunt? Did he say fuck or cunt?
Right. But I think it's a right move because Boone clearly did something enough to annoy the umpire.
Yeah.
At the first at bat to make him, at the second at bat of the entire fucking game, he gives him the warning. And then I think, like, not only was that the right move, I think the next right move should be whatever fan yelled something, the Yankees should all get to slap that dude. They should bring him into the fucking locker room, and everyone gets a shot at the guy.
Just put a sack of baseballs in a pillowcase and just fucking blanket party him.
Exactly. So he teach these fucking dipshit fans to shut the fuck up too. Like, that would be. I'm going to say right move. I'm going to look. I know that's controversial because everyone's on Boone's side here. Because he did not say anything.
He didn't say anything. But
I don't give a fuck. Right move.
If you're going from the perspective of the umpire, he hears it.
He hears it.
So he's going to turn around and he's like, "Would you?" And if he goes, "Would you say?" Boone's going to like, "I didn't say anything."
And then
bullshit. So what are you going to do?
Once you do that, you don't take it back.
No, you can't. You lose all power.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
You go, I'm sorry. You can't do that. The umpire has to set the tone out there.
Good. Then I think it's good so they can tell these stupid fucking dipshit fans to keep your fucking mouth shut. That's even better. Fucking these fucking.
I would have to agree with you. It is probably the right move.
These fucking losers out there who yell shit all the time. Fuck them. Fuck these fucking.
Because all he did was hurt his own team by yelling.
That's all
like
he did. And they lost to the fucking shitty Oakland A's. They lost that game. So
and you know what? I hope they miss the playoffs by one game.
By one game, and that's the game.
And that's the fucking game.
And they all get to slap that fucking fan some more. That's who the fuck are the fans to yell shit like that? That's what I you paid your ticket so you could see the best people in the world go play their sport.
Yeah.
That's the privilege you get of that ticket price. It ain't for you to go yell whatever the fuck you want at people, you fucking idiots. Like that's
like paying to go to a movie theater to watch a movie and you just stand up and start screaming at the movie theater.
Right.
Like,
I paid.
Everybody else paid.
Yeah, we all paid, you fucking asshole.
I don't want to hear your dumbass.
We all did it. So you say right move.
I have to say right move, especially in the moment. I mean, in retrospect, you can make the argument maybe he was done dirty.
But
I think
in the moment, you can't. In the heat of it all,
and that's all you can do as an umpire is call in the moment. You can't call. You can't call retroactively.
Yes, man. There it is.
Had to be done. Had to be done.
Eddie, it's now time for the to those of you who tuned into the Ramble.
Yeah.
Just for done dirty or the right move.
Right.
And you're thinking, well, what is the show over?
Is it over?
Do I have nothing to no.
Do I have to take off my done dirty or right move shirt and hat and hang them up? No, you can keep wearing them.
Not.
Keep wearing them.
We'll be back.
That'll be back.
Now it's time for Stanley's like, what the fuck?
He's even upset.
Now, it's time for the goosebump moment of the day.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you mine. And it was, I'm going to have to, I have a visual representation for it. Okay. It was this game.
Woo!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. I remember renting this at Blockbuster with my cousin Eric. And we put it in. Mm-hmm. And our jaws, because it had just come out. And it was one of those like, I think both of our parents, like, we'll rent it, and if you like it, maybe we'll get it. We're both like, we're going to like it. Like, just get us a fucking game. You know what I mean? But we rented it, and I know it didn't look as good as the arcade, but when you're there in the moment,
right,
and you pop that thing in, it was like, oh my God, it felt, and there's actually extra, this is actually better than the arcade, because they added a few levels. It's like,
yeah.
It was
dude. Any Super Nintendo game back in the day, as soon as you popped it in, you're like, "What the fuck is this? This is like real life.
Better. This is
like virtual reality.
Incredible. This is unbelievable. I don't have to go to an arcade. I could just play it. So it's going to be first seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time in action. Eddie, do you have a goosebump moment you'd like to share?
I do, and it just literally happened yesterday.
Oh,
when the Deadpool Wolverine trailer dropped.
Oh God.
When they're walking out.
Is it every single second?
It's pretty much every single second of that 2.5 minutes. But the one that got me particularly is when they're walking out from behind the van and they're in sync the way they're walking, step for step.
And it's Madonna.
Looking. And Madonna, and you hear.
Life is a mystery.
That was like, that was done.
Eddie, that did it that's what I thought. Okay. This is going to be a great movie. And then and then I knew it was coming because at the beginning you hear
they hint at it.
And when it actually hits, I'm like, okay, this is going to be the best movie ever.
When they literally walk out from behind the van
tremendous.
In sync steps.
To the best Madonna song ever written.
And they're both looking in the same direction.
Fucking perfect.
I got goosebumps, and I'm like, this is the greatest superhero film of all time.
Are you with me on this? Is Like a Prayer Madonna's best song?
Absolutely.
I don't even think it's close.
I don't know where there's a close second.
It's borderline. For me, it's borderline.
Probably.
But I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. But
Lucky Star. I like Lucky Star.
Lucky Star's fucking great.
Lucky Star's a great one.
You must be. What that? One of her first.
Star.
You must be my lucky star. Holiday. But
prayer.
Prayer. Like
when
a prayer.
When they came walking out from that van and that music hit, I was like, fuck.
And that was my Madonna crush was never bigger than her in that music video. When her fucking bra dancing around in front of the burning cross.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
dude.
Jesus fuck.
Can you get me hotter, Madonna?
Jesus Christ. And that's like, I mean, and you know, again, like, that's the thing. I know Courtney Love gotten a lot of shit for basically like Taylor Swift. It's just like Madonna. It's like music for kids. And look, here's the thing, though. As safe as Madonna could be,
yeah,
Taylor Swift's accountant would toss her out of a fucking window like she was one of Putin's enemies if she ever did like a prayer. If Taylor Swift had a music video where she's
like
making out with Black Jesus and fucking dancing in front of burning crosses on her bra, Taylor Swift's her entire team would toss her out of a window and be like,
there goes the meal ticket.
No. Yeah, they would be fucking... Oh, life is a mystery.
And now I'm never gonna be able to not hear that song and think of that moment.
I know. It was funny
when you can marry up a visual and a song so perfectly, and it's burned in your brain forever, and that's what that moment was.
Let me tell you something too. I went to the gym after seeing that trailer.
Yeah,
and I have a big list of a playlist for working out music.
Yeah,
and that came on.
Oh,
and it was just extra adrenaline because of that trailer. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, fuck yeah. It was, so fucking good. What a tremendous goosebump moment. I'm going to have to, it was so good. Now, Eddie, we have a new segment, The Best Around. It's a newer segment. This is, I think we might have picked the toughest one ever. 80s movie villain. The greatest villain
of the 1980s.
In an 80s film.
Sure.
There's so many. Darth Vader, the Emperor, Belloc,
the Predator,
the Predator,
the Terminator,
the Alien Queen,
the Terminator,
T800, T1000. Well, no, T1000 was 90s, so you're right.
Right.
Just the Terminator.
Bennett.
Richard Dawson in The Running Man. I mean, fucking Dracula in the Monster Squad.
Dude. Ivan Drago.
Drago. Fucking, what's it? Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang.
Was Rocky 2 80s or was that still 79?
I think that was 80s.
Was that 80s? So Apollo Creed
was
counts.
80s.
Yeah.
Hans Gruber.
Maybe the greatest movie villain ever.
So many great 80s villains.
None of them make my number one.
Wow.
I thought about it long and hard.
Yeah.
Zeus!
No Holds Barred. Zeus
from No Holds Barred.
Skeletor.
From
the Masters Universe movie.
The fucking, whoever the villain was in Conan the Destroyer. I mean, fucking James Earl Jones in Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
I mean...
What's his name? Doom, or was it Thulsa Doom?
Spike in Gremlins.
Oh.
Fucking Lopan, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
But I think they all are second best. I got to go Francis Buxton, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I think that's
a solid one.
I think if you look, here's
he had the resources.
Yes,
a lot of them
that's
didn't.
what I'm saying. And also, if you were to like, because I would say a 98% chance.
Yeah.
You could make the case that Buxton was behind wanting the military to get a sample of that Predator in the first place.
Yeah, you can make that argument.
You know what I mean? You could also make
make the argument that he was funding El Guapo's mission down in Mexico. And Three Amigos.
You could also make the argument that he was funding everything Carter Burke did in Aliens.
Absolutely.
Every slimeball move Paul Reiser did in Aliens. It could easily have been orchestrated by Francis Buxton.
Absolutely.
That's why I don't think there was any villain who was a better, just perfect foil for, I don't know. Does Batman retire if he has to take on Francis Buxton?
How do we know he wasn't in charge of Skynet? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. He wasn't the one funding Skynet.
How do we know it wasn't Buxton? For all we know, he's the richest person on the planet. How do we know Hans Gruber wasn't working for him?
Yeah. I was going to do my pick, and I think, now that I'm thinking about this, I think Buxton may be responsible for who I chose.
Who's your pick?
Khan.
Absolutely, it was Buxton. Who do you think
Exactly.
He engineered Khan to be that.
The super race. I was going for Khan, and now I'm thinking I'm connecting the dots. I'm like, Buxton was obviously involved in the creation of Khan.
I'm gonna have to go Buxton. I think it's got to be Francis.
I was going I was going Khan until I started connecting the dots, and you're right. I think it's Buxton.
The only one who comes close to me, Morris Day in Purple Rain. The only one who gets close to Khan.
The only thing that separates Buxton from Morris Day is Buxton had the generational wealth,
and Buxton also. The thing is Buxton never made amends with Pee-wee.
Yeah.
The way Morris made amends with the kid.
Right.
In
Buxton
Purple.
had no conscience.
No conscience. Just, dude, would he care?
No.
Do you think Francis Buck, do you think if Paul, I bet Carter Brick said, look, I'm sorry, man, but it's like a little girl, and get me the sample. That's
Give
it.
me the sample.
Get me the sample. I don't give a fuck if it's a little, get me the sample.
Yeah.
I don't want the stupid bike.
Get rid of it. I don't want the super race. Put him on.
Just get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Put him on a ship. Get him out of here.
Freeze him. Put him on a ship.
Freeze him. Put him on a ship. Get him out of here. I'm telling you, there's no greater. I don't see a better.
City Alpha, whatever. Just whatever. Put him on in whatever. City Alpha 6.
Because he's the guy they never bust. You know what I mean? He's the guy, he just keeps worming his way out of the situation.
He keeps his hands off everything.
He's ready to do it.
And if you get too close, he burns the asset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go. That's why I think it's no question. Francis Buxton is the greatest villain in 80s movie history. I don't know if it's all time. Maybe.
Definitely. Maybe. I mean, I think the argument's there.
The case is to be made.
Yeah.
I don't see a greater villain. I mean, just.
Who do you think is funding Marcellus Wallace's operation in Los Angeles?
Hello,
Buxton.
It's just Buck. I mean, Pee Wee Herman should have no cares in life.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like you see the way Pee Wee lives his life.
Yeah.
To think that there's only one person who could derail that joy.
Right.
And there's only one. And it's
one.
Francis Buxton.
Francis Buxton.
The way Pee Wee lives. And the only one who could derail that joy, the only one who could get under Pee Wee's skin, Francis Buxton. Notice none of the people in that warehouse, in that little meeting room in his basement, none of them helped him.
No.
Once they knew who they were up against, they backed the fuck up, didn't they?
That's what Amazing Larry was talking about.
I'm not going up against Francis. Exactly. Like, hey, well,
that's what he was whispering to his
anyone
buddy.
Else, okay. Francis,
He's
no
like,
way.
He was literally saying, if this is Francis Buxton, I'm out of here. That's the mystery solved. What Amazing Larry was talking about.
Oh, fuck. So we're right on. We agree on this. It's Francis Buxton.
I think we agree. We're lockstep in this.
And if any Rambler has the temerity to disagree with us,
right.
Ramble at theramblepod.com.
I was coming in with my own, and then I drew the lines.
Right. You realize
it's not Khan.
No.
Who created Khan? That's
Khan
the bad
was a
guy.
puppet. Khan was just his puppet.
Just a shill.
That's it. You could say they were all puppets of Francis Buxton. I don't care if this little girl, just give me the sample.
Just freeze him. Shoot him into space. I don't care.
You know how good of a villain Francis Buxton was? That poor motherfucker couldn't do anything else after that.
Yeah.
Enrico Palazzo saved the queen. They whip him out for Naked Gun. He played John Wayne Gacy in like a fucking made-for-DVD movie. That was it. It was. And does he need to be in anything else?
No. He's Francis Buxton.
He did it.
Teen Wolf. He was in Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf. That's right. That was pre. That was set. I mean,
But
Francis probably finds a way to kill the wolf and just make it a servant of his or something.
Absolutely.
Not that guy, but Francis Buxton. Man,
only Francis Buxton could have that body and be on a basketball team.
Make the starting lineup.
He greased some palms to get in the starting lineup.
The Buxtons are not thieves. So, all right, now we're going to have to get back to it. Done dirty or the right move, Eddie?
Another one. Ooh,
Another one.
Okay.
What?
Put your hat back on, everybody.
What Dylan did to Dutch and his crew in Predator.
Yeah.
Did he do them dirty? Or was it the right?
Now, let's set this up for some of the people maybe are a little rusty on Predator.
Who would be rusty on Predator?
I don't know. You never know. I want this accessible to everybody.
All right, you're not wrong.
Okay.
So, in Predator, Arnold and his men are called in because a group went missing.
Yes. They're there on a rescue mission.
They are led to believe that there are some shady a militant group in the jungle
in South America, right?
In South America
or Central America.
Central
America,
I believe.
Central
South, maybe. Who did this?
Whatever.
Who took out General Hopper and his men? And they go there. They see
they're an elite force that was put together to go on this rescue mission.
And they see General Hopper's chopper. It's destroyed. They see some of his men are skinned alive.
Yeah.
Hanging. And they're like, their bodies were skinned. Their flesh is just hanging off trees. And they all think, like, what are these psycho fucking...
What are we up against here?
What militant
what kind of cartel or militant group are we up against?
And sure enough, they find them.
Yeah.
And they make short work of them.
Yeah.
But that was not the goal. The goal that Carl Weathers was sent was to try to get an elite group to capture this thing, right? This, whatever, really, you get the feeling that the government knew something else took out Hopper and his men. So, and then that's when they flip out and
they were basically not given a briefing on what they were really after when they got there.
And that's when Schwarzenegger, you set us up! And then, of course, you get the all-time Oscar snub of, my men were on that chopper when it got hit. So Weathers kind of knew what they were up against.
Yeah.
So was that the right move to bring in that crew?
Now, you have to understand, from his point of view, he probably got some big, fat government contract.
A big one.
That's probably going to set him up for life.
He was shunned after Vietnam.
Yeah.
All the shit he took, and there it was.
This is his golden parachute, so to speak.
Yes. So I'm so leaning on the right move, but here's why I'm going to go done dirty.
Yeah.
Because he has a change of heart. So I believe
that means he knew.
That means he knew. And then when he has a change of heart, and it's the ultimate face turn, it's such a tremendous face turn for him.
Is it a face turn? Is it a change of heart because his men were basically rebelling against him?
Right.
And they kind of forced his hand for him to tell the truth.
Right. I do think it was, because his moment with Mac, he could have just bailed.
Yeah.
He could have just, fuck this. Okay, the shit's getting heavy. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to call for a chopper, something, right? I'm going to get the fuck out of here. But instead, he decides to go with Mac on this suicide run. And here's the reason, the only reason I think he has a genuine face turn is because, remember, Mac never trusted him, right? And Mac knew he was a fucking scum.
Yeah.
And then Mac says, he goes, I got a score to settle. And then what does Dylan say? We both got scores to settle. I think...
Because his men were on that chopper,
I think he has a legit change of heart. I think he has a legit.
So it's no longer about the whatever reward he's going to get or promotion he's going to get.
No, fuck this thing. I think he realized now there's no capturing this thing and bring it. We either have to just kill this fucking thing or get the fuck out of here. And
but he still brought those men into the jungle under false pretense.
That's why I say done dirty, because he has the change of heart.
Right.
He's acknowledging that he did them dirty. Now you want to say it's the right move for his career.
Right.
Right.
Or massive gambling debts that we don't know about.
We don't know about. But because he has the face turn, and I think it's a legit face turn, I say he did them dirty. And he realizes he did them dirty, and he's like, well, And that's why he dies a hero instead of, because he could have left him. He could have been like, all right, well, fuck this, I'm out.
But if he knew he was going to get killed if he went back without his money, because he owes somebody a lot of money.
He owes a lot of money.
Or maybe Mama has on a dialysis machine.
But do you think he did? But here's the other thing, though. This is why Dylan. This is why Dylan is the greatest character in that movie. Because does he know what they're up against or not? Because remember, he is like angry at the fucking Colombian lady or whoever when she's like, when she says the same fucking thing. The jungle came alive and took him. And he doesn't, he's like, bullshit. That's not what she said. Like, he doesn't want to believe.
Right.
So I don't know. Does he
So he
really
doesn't know what he's getting into. He just knows his men were slaughtered.
And he's got to go find out why. And I think he's like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll do these guys dirty. I'll use them to go get it. And then he's like, oh, he definitely did him dirty. But
Mac
I think
was done dirty. They were done dirty.
No. Oh, he did him dirty. But I guess the new debate was that a legit face turn that he has? Do you think Dylan had a legit face turn in that movie? I think he did, because he basically dies brother in arms with Mac.
If he didn't say my men were on that chopper, then I think that he didn't. I think that line gives him the legit face turn.
Yes.
I believe that gives him the legit face turn. And from then forward, you realize he's committed to getting revenge or finding out what happened to his men.
Instead of just taking the payday.
Though he had definitely fucked over everybody else prior to that.
Right. I think there it is. Look at this. Wow.
So,
and now
done dirty, but legitimate face turn.
Legitimate face turn. Now, Eddie, I don't know if you've been noticing, but the steel cage is officially
lowering.
It's on the ground now, and Emperor Palpatine
versus Boss Hogg. Okay.
I would assume that this is one of those any interference instant DQ match. Sure. I think you have to with those two, don't you?
Now, is there some sort of restriction on force abilities that can be used?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that bothers Bob.
Because as much as I think Boss Hogg is far more evil.
He's far more evil.
Far more soulless. Less of a soul than Palpatine. Because all Palpatine wanted to do, if you think about this, all Palpatine wanted to do was protect the universe. In his way, he wanted to protect the galaxy.
Right. In his way.
Boss Hogg, he could care less.
2 fucks about the galaxy.
He just wants to hang out the boar's nest and eat ribs and collect money. Like, that's all he cares about.
Can I tell you how I think this match goes?
Yeah.
I think Palpatine opens with the Force choke.
Sure.
And now, but look, he has to abide by the rules of the match. Right. So you can use Force powers, but it's the same as choking somebody in a wrestling ring. You have a 5 count.
5 count. Okay. So there are rules. Okay.
You have a 5 count.
He can Force choke for 5 count. Yeah.
Right. And so I think he just does it over and over. Right. And I think he lifts him while choking him, and I think Hogg is kicking. And I could see Hogg just going, he's like trying to tell something to Palpatine, and Palpatine's ego has to know.
Yeah.
So he lowers Hogg to hear what he's saying. I think Hogg rips a fart right in his face. It gets a big laugh. Palpatine drops him, and Hogg lands on him, right?
Right.
I mean,
now does Hogg, when he brings him down, he farts, right?
Yeah.
And Palpatine's obviously gasping for some air.
Right.
While the ref is distracted because Roscoe P. Coltrane and Flash are on the outside.
Right. And he's like, if you guys come near us, it's a DQ.
Boss Hogg pulls a rib bone out of his breast pocket.
Nuts him.
And just fucking jabs him right in the throat. Just a little esophagus shot.
Little pop.
And then throws the bone out to Flash.
Of course.
So Flash is chewing on the bone. Well, no, it's Flash's bone.
And Palpatine's just...
He's gasping for air.
And I think that's when Hogg just did a quick spine buster on him. But look, Palpatine's tough. He's kicking out. He's kicking out.
Okay, sure.
He gets to 2, right?
Yeah.
And then Hogg, of course, his mistake is he starts arguing with the ref.
Right. That should have been a 3 count.
That should have been 3. So Palpatine starts lightning him, right?
Right.
And Hogg, he does more of like a, ooh, like kind of hops around.
He's lighting him in the ass.
Right. And he just... And then...
Does Enos come down? Is Enos running down?
You can't have anybody. I'm telling you. You can't have anybody. Here's what I think happens. I really think this happens.
Okay.
Then Boss Hogg's like quick as he's being shocked. He takes out a piece of paper and he signs it. And he tells the Emperor, if you sign this, the match is yours. So Palpatine signs it real quick.
Right.
And it's the deed to the Death Star.
And now he's got the Death Star.
And now he owns the Death Star. And Palpatine just does the same thing Nell Carter did when Sherman helped you. He's got that look on his face. And I think that's when Hogg just spine busts him again, and that's the 1, 2,
And that's
3.
1, 2, 3?
That's 1, 2, 3. I think Boss Hogg wins this. And now he owns the Death Star. And again, you can't.
And then that's when the cage comes up, and Boss Hogg motions down for Roskowitz to ring, and then he motions Enos to come down.
Right.
And Boss Hogg is making them put him on both their shoulders.
Right. That's how he carries.
And they're struggling to lift his fat ass out of the ring.
They're trying. That's how. But now the Emperor's throne room, it's got like the big fucking longhorns on top of the fucking chair. And
he's got a plate of barbecue ribs and a picnic tablecloth next to the chair.
There, the Death Star.
There's live music.
And he's just blowing up whatever planet he wants. There's no show of force. He's just like, I don't like him. He's just blowing up.
And there's a giant rack of steer horns on the front of the Death Star.
Yes, just steer horns.
As it's going through space.
I just don't think there's anyone more evil, and I don't think that you just can't. You can't game plan for that, Eddie.
Yeah, you don't see that coming. It's one thing to beat Palpatine, who's obviously physically more evil.
Oh,
he's got physically
more
the power. He's got
absolutely.
But to be that conniving and cunning,
There's
and
no
as much as Palpatine was, the way he turned the Jedi,
right,
and the Republic against the Jedi and so forth, they're very conniving. But no one's more conniving than Boss Hogg.
How quick are the Jedi out of power if it was Boss Hogg the whole time?
There's no Clone Wars.
They don't need them.
They don't need them. They don't need the Separatists if Boss Hogg is there.
It's over.
Yeah.
The Jedi.
He walks in. He gets the deed to the Jedi Temple. He ousts all the Jedi, and he turns it into the boar's nest.
It's a bunch of
and
ribs.
there's more ribs.
There's more ribs.
And there's a bar. It's just...
The Jedi they can't deal with him.
They
are fucked.
Especially them because they're bound by honor and
they're
a code.
Bound by,
so,
oh yeah.
So
what plays right into his hands?
Right into his hands.
Are you kidding? Oh, all right. These morons. I got them. Well, there we go. Eddie, was that maybe our greatest ramble?
Might have been. 392 might have been all time.
That might have been number 1 all time. We want to thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to The Ramble. 5-star rating. Positive text review. We're going to be back next week with all kinds of good shit.
Yeah.
All right, you know that. We'll be back Friday for a Ramble Radio. So tune in. Find us. Love us. We will see you next time. Take care, everybody.